Hi everyone, Joe Conroy here with InnoVitae. Hey, I'm putting together a case study here for video ranking. It's a video ranking performance overview. About 2 weeks ago, I produced a video for a client. It was actually a report, and I decided to use that video as a case study to see if I could rank for some very high volume, highly competitive keywords. And the keywords that I'm referring to here are SEO ranking overview, Google SEO rankings, Google quick ranking, ranking for SEO quickly, things of that nature there. These search results here number in the hundreds of millions for some of these particular keywords. So I wanted to do it. So after a 2-week period now, I have some results and some guidance here that I'd want to share with you in this video. So with that being said, I just wanted to touch on here, the video case study goals for this video is I wanted to see if I could get a YouTube video to rank on the first page of Google for some high volume, highly, competitive keywords, as I mentioned before, keywords that involve, SEO, ranking, Google, first page. And then I wanted to also see is that how many page one listings can I achieve with one single video. And the ranking factors, based upon the research that I have had applying video SEO now for a number of years, is to look at, first is, what type of keyword competition do you have? Again, I use, Google, keyword tool, for analysis there. What type of YouTube channel authority do you have? Based upon the number of videos that you have, how old your channel is, the number of views, subscriptions, comments, likes, so forth. That all goes into your channel authority. So that there, so like a website page rank, if you will, that channel authority can be very important. And then on the individual video itself, Google keeps track of all the views, the comments, the likes, and the subscribes. That's very, very important. And one of the things I would recommend there is that if you do upload any video and you start getting comments, likes, or subscribes, make certain that at least on a 20% basis, because I know we are all busy, that you do actually reply back to some of these comments. And also if you get some messaging from the video, also reply to those messages, because Google / YouTube follows that, and it does go into the overall ranking algorithm as best as I can tell from my observations. The other piece, another factor that's very important is the titling of the video, and that's important enough where a little bit further on in the video here I'm going to give you a quick overview of how I approach the titling process. And the description is also very important. It should be clear, concise, within the very first sentence, exactly what is this video about, what is the viewer expected to get from the video. And then the third piece there is the transcript. And many people don't even realize it, but when you record a video and you upload it to YouTube, YouTube actually analyzes the audio and provides its own transcription of it. And the reason for that is to understand the content of the video from an audio basis, and two, it's also an accessibility for the visually impaired. And if you've ever looked at a transcript closely, you'll see that the audio transcribing technology, which I'm surprised, is very, very, very poor. So if you're ever really going after a video that you really want to get conversions, business, and you're doing it for a client on a paid basis here, make certain that that transcript is properly worded, it's clear, and it's concise, and it matches up with the overall video content of the video itself. The next ranking factor is video distribution. Is getting the video out into other distribution channels, as far as Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, and other social media channels such as Dig or Stumble Upon, things of that nature there. Another ranking factor is is backlinks. Is getting these videos posted on other websites or blog rolls or things of that nature there. And then the other piece that I find too in the ranking factor is the length of video. if it's under 30 seconds, Google is really looking at it as an advertisement, even though it may not be one. So the longer the video, especially if it is instructional, educational, or informational as far as a product or service, that definitely goes into it. So what I have seen over my experience is that these are again from the top, the keyword competition, channel authority, views, comments, likes, and subscribes, titling, description, transcription, video distribution, your backlinks and length of video. These are the primary ranking factors that I see, that really all contribute into, one, does the video actually appear on the Google web search results, and two, where does it rank? Is it on page 1, 3, or 5? And then 3, does it rank for more than one keyword? So let's go to the next slide here. Okay, the titling. Yeah, I wanted to take some time here because once you hit, this is one of the key pieces here to your overall puzzle. I mean, they're all important, but this is important, and it also gives you a lot of lateral capacity if you do it right. And when I say lateral capacity, I'm referring to number of keywords. As I mentioned over here in the sidebar, a well-designed title is the difference between ranking for one keyword versus 30. So you really got to look at it. And Google right now, as far as YouTube is concerned, that title is really the keystone. That tells Google and it tells everybody else, what is this video about? What is the intention of the video? So what I do is I get right into Google's keyword tool, and I'll put in some of the keywords that I know that the video is going to be about, and I can put it into the keyword tool, and then I let Google come back to me and say, okay, here are the suggestions for other keywords, and then I start looking through what does Google see from search phrases and keywords, things of that nature there. I always build my title in 3 different parts. And this here, many people don't realize it, that they'll only use one single title description. I break it into 3 pieces, and I'll get into more details there momentarily. And then I also use modifiers or adjectives inside the title. So get, a modifier and adjective example would be get, or how to, or if you have a product or service, it's it could be buy, price, estimate, things of that nature. There's something that's going to describe what the actual keywords are, and 2, also give an indication of commercial intention, which adds to the overall keyword value from a web search result standpoint. And in the example video here that I'm going to be using, the title has 3 pieces. It says SEO performance overview, then there's a hyphen, and then it's SEO quick ranking, hyphen, and then Google first page. So the YouTube title gives you a lot of space, a lot of characters, okay, to put up there, and Google takes into account each one of these quite importantly. And what I find is that from an initial ranking standpoint, the one in the middle tends to get more focus or quicker ranking than either the precedent or the one here that's at the end here, the Google first page. So with that there, okay, the stuff there, let me bring over. I'm gonna pull up. Where is it? Okay, so here's the video that I did. I'm doing the case study on, and you can see it's on YouTube. It was uploaded on May 29th. Okay, so it's about 2 weeks old. It's not it's not very old at all. And you can see here's the title, just as I mentioned: SEO performance overview, SEO quick ranking, Google first page. So in that 2-week period, it's had 1,860 views, 269 likes, and it looks like right now, well, that's my channel. It's 908 people have subscribed, to my channel. With this particular video, when I initially put it together, the description, was really, for the viewer here, and I wasn't really focusing the description, on the titling here. So this here is basically an arbitrary, type description that has not been set up in order to work in conjunction, with this particular title process. So that being said, what I did next is I set up a spreadsheet using these 3 keyword search phrases, and I started to analyze how is this video ranking based upon these three here, and then all of the different iterations of what other types of search phrases can you make by using these three. And this here, well, let me show you here rather than talk. Let me pull it up. Okay, so you can see here, this is the title, SEO Performance Overview, SEO Quick Ranking. Okay, so the first thing I will do when I do my analysis, I'll say, all right, based upon a 2-word keyword search phrase, okay, is the video currently showing up for any of them? So what I did here was I went down through and I put together what 10 of these here. SEO performance, to SEO Google, to SEO ranking, to see if they're showing up. And when I showed here in this particular column in the search results, NL stands for not listed. So if it's not listed, it doesn't matter, anything else. Okay. So going down through this list, what I noticed is that quick ranking actually appeared. There's 387 search results, and it was listed, number 2, which is really quite surprising. And I don't know if I can. I can open this up right now. There we go. So if you go up here and look, quick ranking, which is really could be quick ranking for almost anything, but Google, due to the amount of times that the word quick and ranking are used together, he automatically starts thinking, from an SEO standpoint. So as I mentioned, there's 387 million search results. You can see here there's a German website here called Rankings, and then in second right here, here's that same video here that I produced back on May 29th. And if we look further down the page, we'll see Quick Sprout is here, how content length affects rankings and conversions. Quick Sprout is another well-known SEO firm, another Quick Sprout article, SEO book, another authority SEO site. What's this here? Oh, and this is a search engine journal. So you can see that Google understands that this quick ranking, has in fact to do with, search engine, optimization. And so it's good, to get it listed on this particular page. And the other thing that's unique about it is that you'll notice that the video is the only video on this particular page. And let's go ahead and click on videos, and you can see that for quick ranking, there's 51 million videos that have something to do with quick ranking. And see here, it's like, this is a game, how to rank a game quickly. So you can see how general the term is, hence the thing. So you can see that the video that I produce is actually a little bit further down in the list, but when it comes to actual Google search results, Google has ranked it, number 2 for this particular search phrase. So let me see. Let me switch back over to that. So once I knew that, I knew that using either quick or ranking, okay, that would help, in my search results, because these here currently are not showing up on a 2-word keyword search analysis. So when I went to the 3-word search, and again, here's the title that I'm working with, I looked at SEO Performance Overview. Now that, again, that's the very first keyword in the title, so I would expect that if you're going to rank for anything, you're going to rank for that one. And 203 million search results, and yes, indeed it did rank number 1. Okay, and then the next one is SEO Quick Ranking, 94 million search results, again number 1. When I did type in Google first page, where is it? Right here, down here, Google first page, the video did not show up at all. So what that's telling me right now is that from a video content and a video optimization standpoint and video age, okay, the video is currently not strong enough, if you will, in Google's ranking algorithm to show up on the page there. So from there, I said, okay, let's look at derivatives of the title. So instead of just SEO Quick Ranking, SEO Quick Rankings, and as you can see there, by adding an S to it, It changed the search results from 94 to 130 because people use the word rankings more often than they do ranking. So there, by adding that S, it's no longer the exact title match, but it does appear on the first page of Google, and it's ranked number 2, so it dropped 1 position from 1 to 2. Okay. Now, switching up SEO and quick to quick SEO rankings, again, you can see that the search results change, so that Google, is indexing and referencing, a different data set, if you will. And instead of being either, number 1 for exact title match or S for number 2, I dropped down to number 8, for that particular video. So then I said, okay, we got performance, we have SEO, and now we have quick. So now we have quick SEO performance. There's 365 million search results there. It came up listed, as number 1. And then I said, okay, well, let's swap out that and let's go into the back end, if you will, of the title, and let's use the word Google, because we know quick and rankings working very well. So let's put that on either side of Google, and let's see if we can get that to show up. And in fact, you can see there's again, a massive search result here, and it was ranked, number 4. So why I'm going through this and why it's important for you to go through this is that you can see that a well-constructed title, all right, and then doing the other pieces too of the optimization, you can start to see that. Let's see, this is row 24 through 44 minus 3. There are 17, and again, I only spent a half an hour putting this together. There are 17 3-word keyword search phrases, okay, that the video actually shows up on the first page of Google in the top 10. And you can see, looking down through the list here, what are the rankings? 1, there's an 8, there's a 7, there's a couple 9s, 5, 3, okay. And the average, you can see, is a 5. And I mean, here's another one, Google SEO overview. I'm using a word from the last search phrase. I'm using, I have SEO in there twice due to the level of competition. Again, that's something else that, and then overview is coming from the front. So a Google SEO overview. So let's take a look at this one here. It only has 74 million search results. However, you can see we got Google, okay, about Google SEO overview. We got Search Engine Land, which is a giant, SEO website, one of the biggest ones in the world. Then you got an article here by Danny Sullivan, who's one of the primaries here for Search Engine Land. And then right underneath him, here is the video listed at number 4. And then number 5 is Wikipedia. And let's see here, Brick Marketing is another fairly large SEO firm. Another Google site. Okay, so you can see that the titling is very important, because even though I've put together some derivatives, myself, as far as different types of variations, Google is going to come up with other variations, again, based upon the content and the optimization of the video. And people, searchers, web searchers, they're going to have all kinds of iterations and variations too. So the more that you can rank for, the more likely that you're actually going to be seen, the more likely it's going to be viewed, the greater the chance and opportunity, whatever intention that video has, will be acted upon, and you'll get the results, for the effort that you put forth in order to produce, the video initially. So that's pretty good. So you can see here, so for 3 keywords here, there's about 17 of them that actually ranked. There's a few that didn't. Total search results, a little over 5 billion. Average page rank on one was 5. So then what I do is I go down into, I say, okay, well, let's look at 4 words. So we got basically 3, 6, 9. We got 9 words here, if you will, to work with. So now we're going to use 4 out of the 9. So it's almost 50%. But I'm also adding in, you can see here, is the word for. So ranking for SEO quickly. That is something that definitely people will be typing into their web browsers. 166 million search results. You can see it's ranked number 4. Is it the only video it's actually being shown on the page. It is. Okay. Here's a different small variation ranking for SEO quick. You can see it's got lower search volume, but because the word quick is more closely its exact match here in the title, you can see that we actually moved up one position from 4 to number 3. Now here I'm stepping up. Now I got 4 words, and I know previously the first page was the weakest keyword, 2-word keyword search that I had. So now I'm looking at, okay, we know quick ranking is the strongest. So what if I put first page quick ranking? Okay, 146 million happens to be number 1. And then if you say first page quick rankings, because we know that the plural is more searched, actually the search volume actually goes down, it still stays number 1. So let's go take a quick look at and see it. Okay, so for this particular one here, you can see again. Let's turn off. Yeah, Google's adjusting the search results here. But anyways, you can see now, instead of my case study video being the only video on the page, there are 2 other videos. One was produced on February 19th. The other one was produced on February 21st. I can't tell right off if it's the actual same company or not. But anyway, so now I'm competing with 2 other videos. Fortunately, they were number 1. And then looking down through, Quick Sprout, Neil Patel, he's another big authority here. MasterGoogle.com, I'm really not, I know his name. He's another one, the Warrior Forum. So you can see, that these search terms, they're definitely in an authority domain as far as what is the objection, of these particular search phrases as they relate to search visitors, and how is Google currently, ranking them. So then the next thing to look at is that when you're working, with your title, is to see, okay, what about adding modifiers, or like how to get? So how to get SEO performance, and you can see here I did not show up, but how to get Google SEO performance actually showed up for number 6 for there. And then you say that's how to get, so that's a phrase versus just using the word get. I don't think I searched all of these, but get Google SEO performance showed up at number 7. Now the other one is adding just the I believe it's a preposition with ranking quickly with SEO. 167 million search results, ranking performance with SEO. Quick ranking performance with SEO. Ranking with SEO quickly. All right, let's see. Let's take a quick look at that particular page. And you can see here there's Richard Darrell. I'm not exactly sure who this particular person is, but you can see he's got a fairly good size circle here. Wikipedia, a magazine, QuickRankings.com. Here's the video. Are there any other videos on the page? No. WordStream is here. They're another very big site. So you begin to see that the reason why I'm spending time here is that the title, especially if it's constructed well, and you can see, and with a bit of flexibility, I believe there is 30 plus keywords here that this particular video is on page 1 of Google for, and the total search volume, again, I'm not talking about traffic volume, but search volume is up around 9 billion, and we've also seen that a lot of the search engine optimization authorities are also being positioned right next to this particular video. So again, you get recognition through association. So if you have a particular video that's showing up within a group of esteemed authorities, your video by association is going to have a bit of credibility, transfer there. So that's the case study overview. I'm actually going to take this video here now that I'm making, and I am actually going to use it and optimize it as another case study. So I'll follow up with that in another 2 weeks. This is Joe Connery with Innovitae. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope you've got something out of here as far as video optimization and the importance of titling being your keystone and your gateway to multiple keyword ranking. Have a good night.